This is an engraving of Pocahontas. The artist is Simon de Passe, who did this in 1616. That's just 3 years after she was abducted and brought to England, in sharp contrast with the legend, the rather romanticised legend of Pocahontas, as that probably is completely apocryphal. She was, of course, taken from her culture and her people. She already had a chosen husband and family back home, and she very sadly died some years later before she could ever go home. It's a very tragic tale, and I think, the picture speaks so strongly to that. She was only 21 as depicted in this engraving. That does not look to me like a 21-year-old woman. That is someone who, in contrast with the very grand Western clothing that she's wearing, looks underconfident, uncomfortable, unhappy. Look at the eyes, the slightly hunted eyes. Look at the very tight-jawed expression. And of course we see assimilation. She's not wearing her native clothing. She's dressed up in Western finery, clearly with some status in English society, but look at how uncomfortable and wrong this looks. This is, to me, a picture of misery, not a great imperial celebration at all. This is the only image of Pocahontas taken from her likeness in her lifetime. Whilst I find it a very tragic image, in its day, it was no doubt an excellent piece of early propaganda, because here she is, dressed in Western finery. She is the Native American princess and presented that way. And of course, Simon de Passe was notable for his depictions of British royals and Western royals. To me, it's almost the equivalent of a modern hostage video. Look at how uncomfortable Pocahontas looks. This is a really, really important image of empire, as we need to see it, not always as we do. There is light and shade to British history, and sometimes we forget that in a slightly sepia-tinted way. We need to remember that, yes, there were some great things that came out of the empire, but not without a great deal of cost to a lot of people. People from different cultures around the world, and many of them women.